بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين إله العالمين وبه نستعين ونصلي ونسلم على خاتم الأنبياء وإمام المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين. We thank Allah Rabbul Izzati wal Jalal for having gathered us here once again. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to surround us with the malaikah and to cause His mercy and His sakinah to descend upon us. And to raise us with the anbiya alayhimus salatu was salam and those whom He has mentioned with them. Ameen. There is a piece of flesh that is within our bodies that controls the entire body. And this is the driver of our actions. This is the driver of our speech. This is the driver of our character. If we take a look at the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in a long hadith, he says, "Inna al-halala bayyinun." Indeed, halal is clear. Wa inna al-harama bayyinun. And indeed, haram is clear. وبينهما أمور مشتبهات لا يعلمهن كثير من الناس. And between these two, halal and haram, there are issues that are grey, they are not clear. Most of the people don't know them. Most of the people don't recognize them. Most of the people don't identify them. And the way to identify these issues is by the heart. If the heart is clean, if the heart is pure, then the heart realizes that this is a gray area. I can easily fall into haram. And this is what the hadith says. فَمَنْ وَقَعَ فِي الشُّبُهَاتِ وَقَعَ فِي الْحَرَامِ. The one who falls into this gray area has fallen into haram. كَالرَّاعِي حَوْلَ الْحِمَى يُوشِكُ أَنْ يَرْتَعَ فِيهِ. Like the shepherd who grazes his flock close to the boundary. He is about to get out of that boundary into the boundary of his neighbor. So, what is this hadith telling us? It's telling us that if you fall into that gray area, you're coming so close to the boundary, you will get into the other side, most definitely. And today, we have certain issues in our lives that are affecting us, that in reality are very gray areas. And one of them is that which is in our pockets, our mobile phone. You pick up that mobile phone, and from the moment you do, you're opening yourself up to fitna. You're opening yourself up to temptation. You're opening yourself up to that which is haram. And it's a very gray area. So you've found a person improperly dressed of the opposite gender, and they're saying something that is of value. You want to listen to it. What do? This is a gray area. Do you put the phone down and say, haram for me, I shouldn't be seeing this? Or do you say, but I need to watch it because I want to learn what's there? But in the process, what you're doing is tempting yourself. Remember the hadith. Halal is clear, haram is clear. This is a gray area. What happens to those who enter into the gray area? Waqa'a fil haram. He will most definitely fall into that which is haram. You've got a video that you receive. It's got music. I don't listen to music, but in the background there's music playing. What do? Do I listen to the video? Do I watch the video because I want to benefit from it, but there's music playing in the background? Or do I let it go for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And do you know what that hadith says? It continues, أَلَا وَإِنَّ لِكُلِّ مَلِكٍ حِمَى. And behold, for every king he has certain boundaries. أَلَا وَإِنَّ حِمَى اللَّهِ مَحَارِمَهُ. Most definitely the boundary of Allah is that which He has made haram. أَلَا وَإِنَّ فِي الْجَسَدِ مُضْغَةً. Behold, in the body is a piece of flesh. إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله ألا وهي القلب. That flesh of inside the body, that piece of flesh inside the body, if it is pure and it is good, then the entire body is good. And if it is bad, then the entire body becomes corrupt and bad. Allahu Akbar. You see, what happens when we enter into these gray areas is the heart becomes hard. So we no longer recognize that this is halal and that is haram. It starts by you entering into a gray area. You know, in the West, and I don't think this happens here very often, we find questions where people are asking, I have workmates. And these workmates go out after a hard day of work. They want to celebrate that they've gone through that day successfully, or perhaps there is a birthday party that they are attending, and where they are doing it is the bar. They're doing it in the pub where alcohol is served. There's all sorts of haram. So now what I will do is go to that bar or to that pub and I'll drink cranberry juice. What is that? That's a gray area. In fact, it is haram for you to attend a pub whether you are drinking or not. The hadith says don't sit at the table where such drinks are being consumed. But what does the Muslim do? He compromises. Why? In the name of inclusivity, in the name of being similar to other people. We need to be similar. We need to integrate is the word that is used. Integrate into society. So what do? I will attend the pub with my non-Muslim friends and they'll drink the alcohol and I will drink my cranberry juice. What have you done? ألا وإن لكل ملك حمى ألا وإن حمى الله محارمه. Behold, every king has his boundaries, and the boundaries of Allah are that which He has made haram. You are going too close to the boundary. In fact, you have overstepped. And this is what the hadith tells you. You get too close to the boundary, you will overstep. So our hearts are becoming hardened. You find a person sit on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever platform they're using. There's these small clips that are out there, 20 seconds. WhatsApp, you receive a 20-second clip, and it is not only 20 seconds of your life that it takes, but you go on to the next clip and the following one. And because it's such a short clip, it's so easy to continue scrolling. You got an app called TikTok, and the time is ticking, TikTok, as you go through TikTok. But you don't realize 2 hours have passed. In that time, you filled your mind with images of naked people. You filled your mind with images of that which is completely and totally haram, sexual behavior. And then you want to come to the mosque and expect that your heart will be in the right place with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. We're not saying don't come to the mosque. Come to the mosque regardless. But watch what you're putting into your mind and heart and soul. You're feeding it. Whatever you watch is what you are feeding. Your mind, heart and soul. And if you corrupt it, then you are the one responsible for that. And this hadith is profound in that, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the gray area. And this is what it is today. The phone entirely in and of itself is a gray area. Unless you're using it for that which is halal, delete those apps. And the question I have for myself and yourselves is, let us ask ourselves, are we using it more for the benefit of ourselves? Is it leading us to Jannah? Is it benefiting us? TikTok, WhatsApp, YouTube, all of these apps, that Instagram, Facebook, are they benefiting us? Or are they more harmful to our deen and our dunya? Are they harming us in the sense that they are taking us to Jahannam? Are they leading us to the hellfire? Are they wasting our time? And if they are, then it's time to say, I'm deleting this app. It's time to say, enough is enough. I am taking control of the few moments that I have on earth with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm able to worship Allah. This is my chance to build my Jannah. If I die tomorrow, then that time is gone. And I no longer have a chance. So we really need to question ourselves with regards to that which we are doing, halal, haram, the gray area, and how we are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with presence of heart or not. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us better individuals, purify us, and grant us the ability to be good people. Ameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallama wa baraka ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi.